Picture this. You are watching a man by the pool. He is not swimming. He is not exercising. He is reading a novel. A drink sits beside him, untouched, condensation forming on the glass. His phone buzzes. He ignores it. He turns the page. You check the time. It is 11 in the morning, on a Tuesday. You know his net worth. It is offensive. It is obscene. It grows while he sleeps. It grows while he reads. It grows while he does absolutely nothing. You feel a mixture of emotions: envy, confusion, resentment. You work 60 hours a week. You grind, you hustle, you sacrifice. Your net worth is a fraction of his, and it only grows when you are working. When you stop, it stops. The math seems broken. The universe seems unfair. But you are missing the architecture. You are seeing the surface. You are seeing the novel by the pool. You are not seeing the machine that was built to allow the novel by the pool. The prince understood fortune. He described her as a woman who favors the bold. But he understood something deeper. He understood that fortune favors the prepared, and preparation is invisible. Preparation happens in the dark. Preparation happens while others sleep. Preparation happens in the years before the effortless result appears. The man by the pool spent 10 years building a system. You spent 10 years doing a job. There's the difference. The job pays for hours. The system pays for outcomes. The job stops when you stop. The system continues because it is not you. It is a machine. You are merely the architect who built it, then stepped away. Sun Tzu spoke of winning without fighting. He understood that the greatest victory is the battle that never happens because it was already won. The general who appears to do nothing while his enemy exhausts himself has already spent years positioning the pieces. He has already built the alliances. He has already controlled the supply lines. He has already ensured that when the time comes, his victory is inevitable. It looks like luck. It looks like ease. It is engineering. The psychology of the effortlessly wealthy is the psychology of the engineer, not the psychology of the laborer. The laborer believes in effort. He believes that sweat creates wealth. He believes that suffering is the price of success. He is wrong. Sweat creates sustenance. Suffering creates exhaustion. Wealth is created by leverage. Wealth is created by systems that multiply effort. Wealth is created by building the machine once, then letting the machine run. The man by the pool is not lazy. He is efficient. He recognized early that time is the only non-renewable resource. He recognized that selling time is the trap of the poor. He refused the trap. He spent his early years not working harder, but building escape routes. The first trait of the effortlessly wealthy is architectural thinking. The laborer sees a problem and solves it. The architect sees a problem and builds a machine that solves it forever. The laborer fixes the leak. The architect installs the plumbing system. The laborer writes the report. The architect builds the software that writes the report. The laborer serves the customer. The architect builds the franchise that serves the customer. The difference is not intelligence. The difference is patience. The difference is the willingness to delay gratification for years in order to have decades of freedom. The prince advised that a ruler must be both fox and lion. The fox provides the cunning to see the system. The lion provides the strength to build it. But the ruler must also be the spider. He must weave the web. Then he must sit in the center, motionless, waiting. The web does the work. The vibrations travel to him. He knows when to move. He knows when to wait. He appears lazy. He is actually omnipresent. His network is his proxy. His system is his army. The second trait is the rejection of visible busyness. Busyness is a performance. It is theater designed to signal virtue. It is the desperate attempt to prove value through suffering. The effortlessly wealthy do not perform. They do not need to prove their worth to onlookers. They have already proven it to themselves. They have already won the private victory. They do not need applause. They need automation.
The prince wrote that men are simple. They judge by appearance. They see the result and ignore the process. They see the wealth and ignore the system. This blindness is the opportunity of the architect. He builds while they watch. He automates while they criticize his absence. He wins while they wonder how it happened. The fourth trait is the mastery of compounding. The effortlessly wealthy understand that money is a soldier. It must be sent to war. It must capture other soldiers. The army must grow. But the general does not fight alongside every soldier. He deploys them. He positions them. He creates the conditions for victory. Then he waits. Compounding requires waiting. It requires the suppression of the urge to spend. It requires the suppression of the urge to intervene. It requires the faith that the system will work without daily adjustment. Most men lack this faith. They check their investments hourly. They micromanage their employees. They interfere with their systems. They kill the compounding with their anxiety. The man by the pool has learned to let go. He has built the system to be robust. He has diversified the risk. He has created redundancies. Then he has walked away. He trusts the math. He trusts the physics of growth. He does not need to push because he has already set the flywheel spinning. The flywheel appears to move on its own. It is not on its own. It is the accumulation of 1,000 small pushes delivered years ago. The fifth trait is the selection of high-value activities. The prince advised that a ruler must choose his battles. He must not exhaust himself on trivial wars. He must reserve his strength for the decisive moment. The effortlessly wealthy are ruthless with their attention. They do not attend meetings that could be emails. They do not write emails that could be automated. They do not perform tasks that could be delegated. They operate at the highest level of abstraction. They design, they architect, they allocate capital. They build relationships with other architects. They do not dig ditches. They do not pour concrete. They do not manage spreadsheets. They build the machine that digs the ditch. They invest in the company that pours the concrete. They own the platform that hosts the spreadsheet. They are meta. They are above the fray. This elevation is not arrogance. It is efficiency. They recognize that their unique value is in seeing patterns, in making connections and allocating resources, not in executing tasks. They pay others to execute. They pay well. They create loyalty through generosity, but they do not confuse generosity with participation. They give money. They give opportunity. They do not give time. Time is the final frontier. Time is the only thing they cannot buy more of, so they protect it with violence. They say no to almost everything. They curate their inputs, they eliminate noise, they create space. In that space, they think, they plan, they see the moves that others miss because others are too busy working to see the board. The sixth trait is the manufacturing of luck. The prince understood fortune as a force that could be courted. She favors the bold, but boldness without preparation is suicide. Boldness with preparation is inevitability. The effortlessly wealthy create the conditions for luck. They place themselves in the path of opportunity. They build networks that carry information. They acquire skills that solve expensive problems. They accumulate assets that attract other assets. Then they wait. They know that luck is probability distributed over time. They know that if they create enough potential intersections, fortune must eventually arrive. When it arrives, it looks like effortlessness. It looks like being in the right place at the right time. But the right place was selected through analysis. The right time was prepared for through years of positioning. The man by the pool did not stumble into wealth. He built a net so wide that catching something became mathematically certain. He built it while you were watching television. He built it while you were commuting. He built it while you were complaining about your boss. Now he reads by the pool, and you call it unfair. The seventh trait is the psychology of enough. The effortlessly wealthy know when to stop. They know that the point of wealth is not accumulation. It is autonomy. It is the ability to do nothing, to sit by the pool, to read the novel, to ignore the buzzing phone. They do not build to build forever. They build to escape. They create the machine, they tune the machine, then they step out of the machine. They let it run. They check it occasionally. They maintain it minimally. They do not worship at the altar of productivity. They have transcended the religion of work. They understand that the goal is not to be busy. The goal is to be free. This freedom is offensive to the laborer. The laborer defines himself by his struggle. He believes that identity comes from effort. He cannot imagine a self that exists without doing. So he resents the man who simply is. He calls him lazy.
He calls him privileged. He calls him lucky. He does not see the system. He does not see the years. He does not see the invisible architecture. The prince advised that a ruler must appear to have certain qualities, but he must not actually be bound by them. The effortlessly wealthy appear to have luck. They appear to have ease. They appear to have a magical touch. They do not correct this perception. They cultivate it. The mystique serves them. It keeps competitors away. It keeps imitators confused. It keeps them free from the envy of those who would tear down what they do not understand. They do not teach their methods, not because they are secretive, but because the methods cannot be taught. They must be built. Each system is unique. Each fulcrum is personal. Each lever is discovered through trial and error. They can point to the direction, but they cannot carry the laborer up the mountain. The laborer must make the climb himself. He must build his own machine. He must find his own leverage. He must endure his own years of invisible work. If he is willing, if he can delay gratification, if he can resist the performance of busyness, he too can reach the pool. He too can achieve the offensive ease. He too can become dangerously relaxed. But he must stop trying to get rich. He must start building systems. He must stop selling time. He must start owning assets. He must stop working. He must start architecting. This is the shift from labor to leverage, from effort to engineering, from the grind to the growth, from the visible to the invisible, from the man who works for money to the man for whom money works. Picture this again. You are by your own pool. The book is in your hand. The drink is sweating beside you. Your phone buzzes. You ignore it. You turn the page. You feel nothing but the sun. You owe nothing to the moment. You have built the machine. It runs, it grows, it provides. You have won. Not by fighting, not by forcing, not by trying, but by building, then letting go. This is the psychology of effortless wealth. This is the way of the prince. Build the web, sit in the center, be still, and let the vibrations come.